Oh, did not want that. Green screen? How do you get that to go away? There we go. That was new. Didn't know that was a thing you could do. That was interesting. All right. Change those chat settings. Go. What's up, DL? How you doing? All right. We're pretty much going to be able to get straight into this one because I've had this thing. I went ahead and annealed it. This is a ball peen hammer that we're forging into a Tomahawk spike thing. And I went ahead and annealed it about 30 minutes ago. And now it's already warm so that we can go ahead and start forging right off the bat. We don't have to wait. This is a big chunk of steel because it was a ball peen. And we're going to forge it into something. Now, I don't exactly have tongs that are built for this, so we're just going to try out different tongs until this actually figure out which ones work for this. I haven't really done something like this where I forged a ball peen into a tomahawk, so I have got to make a warhammer before. That was with a press. We're going to be doing this all by hand with hammers and all that jazz. I get the hammers that I think I'll need. Have them out here. I can put on the floor. Grab all the hammers that I think I could possibly use for this. I think that's about it. I think that'll cover it for right now. My screen is small. I wonder if that's from, let's see here. Because sometimes this thing just does weird stuff on the lives. Is the screen like only part of it? Yeah, so it like every once in a while it's just like, hey, do you want to go live with somebody else? And I'm like, no, I understand what's happening. Yeah. It asks so just so y'all know, YouTube, whenever you go live, sometimes it'll do the same exact thing as the last 12 times you did it, and sometimes it's just like, you know what? This time we're gonna have a different menu for you, and you're just gonna have to figure it out. So I'm gonna see if I can go through and actually change this so that it's not linking up with somebody. So I think if you go live, I wonder if I can actually, let's see here. I don't know, because it is letting me be set up right now for there to be two lives going on, I guess, right now. So I can go live together with somebody. It's doing weird stuff. The thing is, I don't know if I have to like select you before I do this. What I might end up doing is I might restart the live and see if I can do that. I mean, are you doing anything right now that you want to go live? We're making that ball Tomahawk hammer today. I've got it before, and it's already hot, ready to go. My thing is, I'm wondering if we go live together. I wonder if I have to actually add you in there. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna put it on the TV and actually see. I'd be interested to see how this goes. Especially seeing how it was your idea for me to do the ball peen into the tomahawk. But let's see. I'm still here. I'm just trying to get stuff pulled up on the old TV here. Let's see.
Hell yeah!
It did do it. That is
Work! Alright, it just made it to. Yeah, it sent the link. Hell yeah. Okay, cool.
How cold is it
I
there
got my
right
forge. I got my forge heating up and stuff. It's nice and chilly over here, so.
now? This is awesome.
I don't have any of my stuff set up. Usually, I use my chair to set up my phone on, and I have to plug it in because otherwise it dies. And then I gotta do all that. Alright, well. Yeah, how loud is the forge, by the way?
Do what?
How loud is the forge?
I can't hear your forge right now.
Huh.
Yeah, all I hear is
It
you,
might
so
be.
you're good.
Okay, cool. I think the audio is from my earbud then.
Yep.
That's good.
I never
Okay.
even thought about doing the earbud audio. Huh.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it would do that because my phone doesn't have any kind of anything for like selecting an outside audio input. So it just kind of have to hope it does that. I think I
Sounds
talked
great.
about it before, but I bought a lapel mic and I couldn't figure out how to use it because my phone doesn't have any select the microphone setting. So yeah. Well, if the audio is good, then that's good.
No, the audio's
I just
fantastic.
gotta get.
I'm gonna have Nisha film a little bit of
What's up, man?
highlights on her phone so that I can put it on the old TikTok later.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be a good little video for
Uh huh.
I'm doing the highlights of it, little clips. I got this thing already hot and good to go. I went
Yeah,
ahead
my
and
forge is still heating up.
I went
What
ahead
size
and
are you using?
I went ahead and annealed mine, and dude, it is snowing there.
Yep.
That is wild. It's like 60 degrees outside here. I got the shop open, short sleeves. I could be wearing shorts right now. So I was able to get a ball peen that had a nice eye on it, that had a nice round
Yeah,
eye. And so I won't have to drift out the eye or modify that at all. And
that's good.
some of the hammers that you get nowadays, their eyes are square,
Oh yeah.
like the
Well,
ball
those are
peen.
great for rehandling.
Yeah,
Rehandling, if you're making the handle from scratch, the square eye is so nice. because these just have a rectangular block and you can keep it rectangular.
Yep.
But yeah, I got my ball peen in the forge right now. I got a nice big 2-pound one, so it's gonna take a bit to heat up. But let's see, is there another one over here?
Yeah, I'm using a 1.5-pound ball peen.
Yeah, I got the big one. Let's see. Yeah, I got all 3 sizes as options over here. This is the one I'm using. This is the size. This is 1.5 pounds, so that's what you're using. And then this is 1 pound. So that's a small one. I figure we got some time. I'll forge out the big one. So.
What I'm gonna do on mine, I'm gonna do a spike on one side and then the hatchet head on the other side.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna forge the spike into a square right off the bat, so that it's easy to hold your tongs, and then I'm gonna forge the other side.
Yeah, I've been teaching classes on these, so I've kind of developed the tooling and stuff for these. Not this one. I can't quite swing that, but I got my nice big hammer and see, where's the large one?
What's up, Crab? What's up, Little? What's
Okay,
up, Matt?
this is the large. So I got my hammer-eyed tongs that I made.
Oh,
so these
nice.
work pretty good. And then I have these bolster blocks for drifting. So I got 3 sizes for the 3 different sizes of hammers. And it's just a little chunks of coil spring with some 1-inch round bar. And so you can just set the hammer across there and drift that in. And then this is the drift that I'd made.
That's awesome.
So I got all the tooling. I gotta clean the drift up. But yeah. What's up, Crab Castle Forge? Hang on, I'm gonna put a hat on you guys. Because you're getting snowed on.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and forge my spike side into a square. But that's already done. That way people can start seeing some stuff happening.
There you go. I need to clean up my drift. What is going on here? Oh. There you go.
Okay.
My tank is freezing because it's almost empty and it's snowing, so that's fun.
That's the initial part of mine. The funny thing is, if I use my power hammer, look at that. Yeah, my power hammer would make this crazy bad.
Oh, yeah. I would make that real quick.
Yep. So I'm using some box jaw tongs right now. I guess some bolt jaw or square jaw tongs. These are the Vibor tongs. That one of these days I might do a review. So one of the things that I'm seeing on this as I'm forging it is paying attention to keeping everything square and not accidentally hitting anywhere near the eye, especially on this little spike part. It's you got to control your hammer and not accidentally hit the center of this ball peen. Screw stuff up.
We got no end of issues over on this end. Oh,
Is yours in the forge yet?
yeah, my or my propane tank froze up, so I had to run and get a new one.
Oh yeah.
And now this one's just not seeming to do as good. No, it's okay.
See, I always have to have that dang thing in a bucket of water.
And that one was damn near empty because I'm able to run it on such little propane with this new burner that, like, anyways, we're going now. We should be ready for heat in a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Slowly but surely turning into a little square there. He said, why is the screen split? Because myself and Duck are working on this. So you get a 2-for-1.
Yeah, 2-for-1 package deal. I'm just getting my grinder set up to dress my drip. Hopefully this isn't too loud for y'all.
I agree, Mule. Yeah, Duck, Mule was saying that we're going to have to do that too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is awesome. By the way, we're forging some ball peens and tomahawk. It's negative 25 where you're at. So is that Celsius or Fahrenheit?
It's about the same at that point. Like negative 20 Celsius and Fahrenheit are pretty close, I think.
Yeah. Is it?
Pretty sure. Mule can probably fact check me on that. But alright. There we go. Just quick dressed up my drift. And we're finally ready to do some forging over here. So got my forging side. Gosh, this thing is dressed too. Get all the snow off. Now Now, this is hotter than it looks, But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna set this off edge, and I'm just gonna start laying into it here.
Yeah.
And basically, what I'm just trying to do is I'm just trying to forge this thing straight all the way down. And you just gotta go for it because you want as little fish flipping as possible. And if you do it right when you're done, these like cheeks kind of here, it'll all just be one smooth paper all the way up to the edge, and it looks sick if you do it right.
Oh yeah.
You need to do it at high heat with a really big hammer, and the hammer handle's kind of slippery here, so I gotta dry that off.
Yeah, because it's
But
literally knowing what you're doing.
yeah. And also, I was sick, so I haven't forged in like 2 weeks. So, great time to get back into it.
Ah, okay. I think that. Yeah, 2 weeks now you're getting out here and doing it.
Yeah. But like I said, I've been teaching classes on this, so I know pretty good how to do this. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Mule? You know? Yeah, it would be real nice to be inside right now. Let me tell you. A nice heated 60-degree job would be nice. Yeah, hang on, let me.
So I think I've got mine about where I want it to be right now. I'm going to forge it just a little bit more my spike so I can just have a good grip. I'm going to start blasting away on the hammer side, like what you were talking about.
Yeah, for my, it's a little easier to see. This is the bolster block I made, so you can just put the hammer right on like that and drift right through. And I made it from the coil spring, so they're a little bit rounded, and that way, like, it doesn't try and run away on you or fall over. And there's enough height to where you can have your blade be there, and you can just put that over your hardy hole and drop your drift through.
It's just that is a genius tool
So,
right there. I will
yeah.
most likely make one of those.
And like I said, I have 3 for the 3 different sizes of hammers that I have. Because like the bigger ones are slightly longer, so you need to have the spacing be a little bit
Yeah.
adjusted, or otherwise it just doesn't work that good.
What's up, Jeff?
But,
How you doing?
there we go. Got my hammer. Got the hammer. And there. I can see we're starting to just get this thing forged out. And these little lips right here, where that edge of the hammer was, these will just get squished down in, so that this like space, this space right here is just one big smooth space all the way up to the edge.
Oh yeah, that
And
makes
that's
sense.
what you're going for.
So this is where I'm at right now. I'm gonna leave this just like that right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna hold it from there because whenever I forge a spike, it's not gonna move a bunch of material. So I can hold on to that bit with some flat tongs and just really get after it. But that right there.
Yeah, I have these songs, so those make that real easy.
What's up, Maxilla? How you doing?
Yeah, I haven't streamed in ages, so it's kind of nice. Get back to it.
Yeah, see, for where I'm at, all you cold guys, it's in like another day, we're gonna go from being about 60 degrees to in the like zeros. And we're gonna have a few days of that. Or single digits.
It's been a weird past week for weather. Because last Saturday, Saturday night, we got an ice storm that dropped like half an inch of ice. And I was camping at the time, so that was fun trucking all the stuff out in the morning. And then I was like sick the first few days of the week. And then I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. No, it was Tuesday. It dropped like an inch and a half of snow during the day and then rained all night. And like, come on,
Ice, snow, and rain.
God. So we've had all sorts of weather. And then yesterday it was like nice and sunny. It's like we've had all the different weather just in the past.
Yeah, like last week we had a day that it was like 80 degrees, if I'm right. It was wild. It went from like the 80s to like the 40s. Okay, so what I'm gonna do on this next heat is what Duck said. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna forge it from the cheeks all the way to the actual front of it, which it's not gonna be hard on this because this hammer hit face is gonna cover from that all the way to the end by itself.
I got the same thing on my hammer. Like this is like a 2-inch hammer face easily.
Correct. Yep.
And so like this, like you can squish the whole axe just with one hit, basically.
Yep. Mag, you're wondering why he's outside. So his shop floor is wood. If he was going to try boards in there, his whole shop would be bouncing around.
Oh yeah.
What's up, OG?
Oh hey, what's up? Yeah, what's up, OG? So yeah, my shop's a lawnmower shed, just like OG here. So like, if I put my anvil on there and I start wailing on that thing, like it's a trampoline basically. Like I'm not gonna get anything there.
What's up, Steve?
So, see, got another heat boat.
Hey, OG, you and I need to do one of these. We need to do a collab live. Yeah. So for anybody who's debating on getting one of those Vevor anvils, he's beating the heck out of that.
Well, this is a Harbor Freight anvil.
Well, yeah, that's the Doyle, right?
Yeah, that's the Doyle. But the anvils that I have at work are the 88-pound Vevor anvils. Those things are awesome.
Yep.
But you can see what I'm talking about here. Like, you got one smooth plane here. And there's a little bit of lumpiness at the transition that I haven't worked out yet. But it just looks so nice. Especially this side's a little bit less so yet.
That's going to look good. Keep one of my doors. All right, I'm going to do that face that he's doing right now.
See. Oh, yeah. You just gotta go for it.
We'll start forging that down. I should have probably kept going. Is there still plenty of heat in that? But I'm just gonna forge while
Yeah, go for it.
let's see. Need my little things at home with glasses. Let's see if I have that in my shop still. It sucks whenever you have glasses and you're really hitting the heck out of something. As you're going, your glasses just do this.
Oh, I lost my earbud like 3 times from that. I just have, like, at this point, I'm just pulling my hat all the way down over my head just to keep them in. Like, especially like with this big bulky coat on. I might lose it, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna go grab my
Right.
little thing to hook up my glasses real quick. Grab it.
See, my forge is slowing down. Maybe you guys can hear it now. I'm right over by it. But yeah, could do a 3. Could each do something. Get OG in here as well. Just the whole gang forging something out. How's mine going? All right, let's get you guys some entertainment.
Now I'm good. Now my glasses all fall off my head.
All right. So now you can see we've got the nice transition on both sides from the eye and the cheeks up into the faces of the blade. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start firing away at this edge and just force that down into an edge, just like you would when you're forging the bevels on a blade. We got that. There's a little bit of fish slipping, but not much. I'll probably grind that off when I get to about half this thick, and then I'll forge this all the way down to sharp almost.
I'm gonna try my smaller box shot. Yeah. These little tiny box jaws that I have are going to be perfect for that spike.
Oh yeah.
Those small ones. Yeah.
Just doing.
But forging from like how you're talking about, that does make a really nice, sleek profile from the
Yeah.
cheek of the hand of the eye up to that. It's gonna look good. It's
It's
gonna be
even better.
what I was gonna do originally.
Yeah. Where's my? Here's one. So what I like to do for the spike is you just forge down flat until like this little fuller that's here isn't there anymore. It's just a transition. And then you lift it up and start forging in at your angle.
Yep.
And that way it'll draw out, you get a nice like length that makes sense for the size of the thing. And then it's just a nice clean transition in there.
Yep.
And then it's even better because you get one nice long clean transition here and then a nice clean transition here. And what I do is I have it when I'm swinging, I rotate either every hit or every 2 hits. I rotate 90, rotate 90, and rotate 90, and so on.
Yep.
Because otherwise it gets knocked off to one side or the other.
That's what I was seeing. And what's nice is whenever your anvil side puts a nice transition, so you can hammer it down, and your anvil keeps cleaning up that transition as you're going.
Yeah, and then for the spike, I have it like on the anvil here, and then either with your hammer or if you have a striker, you can have them lengthwise across the anvil, and then so you just drop your hammer down right here, and if you have nice edges on your hammer and you're accurate with it, like you can get a really clean transition.
Oh yeah.
And you don't have to be that careful because you can hit about the same this way every single time. It's a lot easier to aim this way, sideways, and be repeatable than it is this way. So, like a lot of people who are trying to do a double set down and they got their thing and they're going this way, you'll hit here and then here and then here, and it's damn near impossible to do it nicely. But if you go like this, it's a lot easier.
We're at so far.
All right, there we go. We got that center there squished down, and you can see how it's starting to kiss up there and form those fish lips. So I'm probably going to grind those off about now.
Yep.
And you can see how much thicker the corners of the blade are, or what's going to be the blade are, than the center. So what you got to do is like when you're forging a bevel, you can't just sit like here. You got to move it and forge the corners in too. And that'll help spread them out wider so you get a longer blade, and that'll help pull them up this way more. So you get
Yep.
a flatter blade and you don't have to do near as much grinding.
Yeah. So what
Just
I'm doing on mine,
all around it's good.
yeah, as I'm forging it, I am forging and I'm rotating the head as I go. Now, this particular hammer that I'm using, even though this is a
Right.
flat side, this has a radius to it. So it actually that does a little bit of
Yeah.
rounding. Because this is a super round side, but it still stretches everything as you go. But that's what I'm doing. I'm rocking the head as I'm
Yeah.
going.
Gotta just go back and forth like that. Yeah,
Well,
my hammer has a little bit of round to it too. It's not crazy, but
yeah,
it's enough to where you're not hitting with the edges or corners. But
and
I am gonna make some loud noises real quick.
yeah, if y'all are
So
seeing the way that he's forging versus the way that I'm forging, he is on the opposite side of his angle. So he is forging coming back on. So if this is the anvil and I'm standing over here, he's forging on this side of his anvil. I'm forging on this side, the side I'm standing on. He's forging on the opposite side from where he's standing, and he is drawing it back as it goes. And he's forging that all the cheeks, all the way down to the edge of that.
yeah,
And I'm on the other side.
I'm doing that. I'm forging
That's
on
how
this
he
side of the anvil because
does.
that way I don't goof up this nice transition that I've got. Because
Yep,
I've got that pretty much locked in.
yep,
So, and this is what it looks like before. But like if I have it here, then I'm gonna be putting anvil lines in it, and that's no good. But yeah, I just went
yep.
and quick ground off that fish whipping, and a 36 grit wheel on a bench grinder does work quick. I'll tell you that. Yeah, that was a nice little knife, OG. For those of you who don't know, just like directly before this live stream, OG did a live stream giving away a couple of knives. So it was very nice of him. He had a really nice looking collaboration build with PBW blades. So it was nice Damascus, and he totally knocked that handle out of the park. It was awesome.
This is where I'm at right now.
Oh yeah, that's spreading out pretty good, and you got that nice, clean, long transition. That's good. I've forged a lot of these, mostly as a striker, but I've
Yeah.
got like 40 of them that I've been 40 kids that I've. Each one of them has their own axe that I've been helping them forge.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, this is one of those times where I kind of wish I had a better. Well, I mean, I have a drift, but the particular drift that I have right now is for a tomahawk. So it's
yeah,
for a tomahawk handle,
and that's the right one for the job.
and it's got like the teardrop
Yeah,
to it. But I don't want to use the tomahawk handle that I have for this. I've got one that I'm going to be making out of a piece of Damascus that I've got a really cool curly maple
oh nice.
tomahawk handle for.
Yeah, I have. You can get tomahawk handles on Amazon pretty cheap. Um, these are the ones I have, and it's like the grain is really nice on these,
Oh yeah.
and it's like nice, solid. I think this is one of the best ones. I just happened to pull out, but all of them like they're hickory, and the grain is pretty nice and going the right direction and stuff. So with these,
Where did
I'm
you get
not
those
hanging them
from?
up. Amazon.
Huh.
See, I forget. I'll send you the link. But they're good. And what I do for these, I don't hang it like a tomahawk, so I don't have it slide up from the bottom. I just take this tomahawk handle, and then I do all the normal grinding and stuff you would do to the top, and hang it up like an axe or a hammer. And like this, it's a really nice sleek handle that you can drop through a belt or something like that.
I like that.
And it's just really nice.
See, just to
So
play around with this one, I bought a little hickory. I bought a little hickory hammer handle. I
yeah.
found one that didn't have a lot of these. They're really narrow right here. This is actually
Hmm.
round. It's round right there, and I'm going to take and reprofile all of this. But
Yeah.
I wanted one that was a decent length so that I could just make whatever I want
Hmm.
out of it. But I'm just going to play with it. I mean, this is just me messing
Yeah.
around with something and having fun at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm
These
excited.
already.
All right, I'm gonna force it down a little bit more. There we go. That's down to about the I want.
All right, there we go. My propane hose was actually a little goofy,
That's a little
but
good.
we got it going now.
I
That's
think
good.
that's
Yeah, it's getting that thing nice and clean up.
yep. I'm gonna do a
I gotta
planish.
catch up here.
I wish that I had your little setup because I want to drift the hole a little bit rounder than it is right now. Because whenever I was forging that area down like that, it
Oh
did
yeah,
make
it pinches it a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's still fine, but I've got one drift that I can use that would actually square it back out just a little bit, make
Yeah.
it less of a teardrop.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see how's mine doing. Oh yeah, we're cooking with gas now. Put this thing. Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but my propane hose, like, I'd turn up the thing all the way, and it would only say 5. But I just turned the tank off and turned the tank back on again. And now
Yeah,
I've got it at like 12 or 13 psi with a forced air burner. So we're cooking now.
yeah,
We
yeah.
should be able to get these heats coming a little bit more quickly.
I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
play
for
slide
sure.
a little bit.
You can even put it on the horn if you want. There you go. Got that nice clean transition all the way up. And then you can see how the blade's nice and flat and these corners come out a little bit. And then when we're all done, we'll have a nice curve right here, with this still being nice and round. It looks really nice if you forge them cleanly. And yeah, yours is looking real good too. I got some more forging to do though. But with my real hammer, striking with this thing, I can forge one of these big ones out in like 2 heats. It's great.
Before I get any cleaner on the hatchet side, I'm gonna go ahead and forge out my spike the rest of the way. Because all I got to do now is just planish on the actual hatchet side.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start getting after it.
I need to shovel my torch. See. Maybe this will work. Oh, hell yeah.
Using a guard.
Like, I got my little wooden thing that I stand on when I'm forging. It's all slippery. This is working great though.
See, I don't know if we're getting any more snow this year or not. I know we're getting a lot of cold days, but it like where I live, we get weird weather because we get a mixture of everyone's crap. We're right on the edge of the plains, so we get everything from the ocean, the Gulf, and everything that's happening up north.
Oh yeah.
Just smashes us. We get tornadoes, we get blizzards, we get hot, cold.
Yeah, we get like a mediocre mix of like everything. So we get like hot and humid in the summer, but not that hot and not that humid. And we get cold in the winter, but not that cold. And we get snow in the winter, but not that much snow. And so it's just kind of like we're right in the middle, and we don't get that much of anything. So we like get snow, but only enough to like tease us, but not actually enough to really enjoy the snow. And it's not like crazy cold, so the lakes don't freeze over enough to do like hockey or ice skating or anything like that. But it just freezes enough to freeze my quench bucket, and that's it. So that's better. Not going to be slipping all over the place. Oh. All right. We've got that pretty much forged down and forged out, so I'll just be planishing that for a little bit. So this hammer wing, get out. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Dude, broom does a better job. I don't have a broom. Yeah. Well, pink eye should look on the blade and the spike.
Probably look cool.
I prefer Yeah, I prefer with it like real nice, clean forging and smooth surfaces. Uh, just because I think that's what looks good. But you could do that if you want. You make one, see how it looks.
It just looked like that going down into the bevels. That's a ball peen texture right there.
Ugh.
So the knives is going to be at the table on Wednesday.
All right, I've almost got this thing completely blade forged. Just a little bit weebly wobbly to fix up, but we're almost done that. Should be able to catch up pretty soon.
Yeah, so right now, all I need is I want to draw that out just a little bit more.
Yeah, get that nice and pokey.
That's looking cool with the
Yeah.
transition from the factory hammer
Mm-hmm.
down
Yeah,
into.
you nailed that amount of forging down. Yeah, that's like just perfect. You get that forge down, and then you got a smooth transition this way, but on the corners you still have a little bit the remnants of that fuller. Bingo.
Oh, yeah. Right now, I'm using my rounding hammer, my turning hammer for the spike.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I really need to get me one of them.
I love it. The farriers knew what they were doing with this hammer.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just have one of the three first hammers I ever got. I made this cross peen at the Drunken Smithy for a forging class. That was my first like real experience with forging. Well,
Yep.
I got it was a Christmas present from my parents when I was like 14, I think. So like 3 years ago now. Yeah.
Yep. I like that hammer. That turned out nice.
Yeah, this one it's a little bit wonky, but it works great. And starting out with three like good forging size hammers when I was just starting out, like that was clutch. That was really nice to have.
Yeah.
Cause like I didn't like before that I had an 8 pound sledgehammer and a 1 pound claw hammer and nothing in between. And so I just had to like kind of with the 8 pound hammer and I wasn't doing much good forging. So hold the horn of the anvil when I hit it. Is it ringing a lot? It doesn't sound like it's ringing a lot to me. Usually this one's pretty good. Maybe I need to tighten the lag bolts a little bit. For the size and material of this anvil, it is really quiet.
So
There's
what I'm
our
debating on with mine.
blade. Yeah, that the spike's looking good. Yeah, got that nice and centered.
So what I'm debating on with mine though is having it stay down to one side as opposed to being centered. Like right now,
Yeah,
it kind of tapers down. It would be like that.
yeah. If you're gonna have it offset, then you got to decide which way is gonna be up now. For mine, I'm not sure. I might have it offset because mine, like, I think it has a way. Like this
Yeah.
way looks a lot better than this way. So I might have mine be hooked a little bit, almost like damn it, what's those things? It's like a spike on a stick that you can whack into the log and use it to carry logs around and move the logs around.
Yeah. One of
OD3
those
Forge made a
little.
video on them.
I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah. I don't know what those are. I forget what them are called. But
See, I kind of want mine like this because the 18 would be on the top. Their little
yeah.
punch that they had on there,
Uh-huh.
that would be on the top
Pick a room.
instead
There
of
we
hitting
go.
on the bottom.
Mule got it. Yeah. Yeah, it is a pick room.
Pickaroo? Huh.
Pick a room,
That
yeah.
sounds like good for something like that.
But yeah, that's the word I was looking for. But that's real nice to have on like a camp axe. Or this would be like a belt axe because you can like put it like through your belt real easy, and like it's real thick, and it's got some weight to it, so you can kind of split wood, and the edge is thin enough to chop wood, and then
Yeah.
it could have the pickering on the back to move wood around. So that's what these would
Oh
be
yeah.
for, or at least the one I'm making. But yeah. The funny thing with these ball peen hammers is the bigger ones are actually easier to drift because the eye is bigger to start out with. So like for the big ones, like the 2 pounders that I have, like I've drifted the whole thing in one heat before. Because basically you just gotta drop it on there, drop the drift through, like bam, bam, and you're good. You gotta pop it out, flip that thing over, drop the drift through, bam, bam, and you're good. Like you can
Nice.
drift them in one heat if you're practiced with it, and you have a big hammer. So like that's really nice. And then the little ones take like 2 or 3 heats, just because you got to move the material more. There you go. Just drop that down a little bit, getting that thing squared up, and so we can start drawing it out.
I kind of like the proportions of this right here without it being too long of a spike.
Yeah,
So I think it's a decent length on both sides.
yeah. It seems like the spike looks pretty good when it's about the same length. When it's like 2/3 the length of the rest of it.
Yep.
So yeah, that one looks good, like proportionally. It seems like it's about right. We'll see how mine turns out. I'm forging up pretty quick trying to catch up to you. There you go. So, kind of what I'm talking about. I was just forging down straight on this thing, and you see we got nice, clean transitions here, a nice, clean transitions here, but those
Yep.
corners are still in, and so that looks pretty cool. And now, what I'm going to do, same thing I did for the blade, I'm just going to bring this to the other side of the anvil, at the edge, and at an angle, in at an angle, in at an angle. And what you can do, if you're holding it like this and you got hammer eye tongs, you do it this way first. So that way you can set the angle with your hammer eye tongs, because you can't obviously go less than that. And if you try to, you're going to wrench the whole thing out of your mouth hand. So you set the angle this way, and then you just keep that for the other side. And then that way you'll have like a nice, smooth, clean thing without having to go over to the square horn to clean it up.
Yeah. Those sound really useful.
Oh yeah, especially on the bigger hammers, you can stretch that thing out for miles.
Yeah.
You can pull lots of material and go all sorts of different places if you really think about trying to. Yeah, starting from a ball peen, like that, except bigger. We made full axes from some larger ball peens. Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. Full axes are cool. I've wanted to make one of them for a while. Haven't gotten around to it though. I can see ball peens being good for that. It's about the right weight.
Railroad spike to the top. What does it say? Weld the railroad spike into the top of the eye and add some.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that would work good actually. The snow, listen in Italy. Yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania. Eric, right over there.
In North
He is
Texas.
in Texas. Yep, they're in Texas. So, literally 24-hour drive away. So,
He's removing his
yeah.
winter at the moment.
But the amazing thing about the internet. A dude in Pennsylvania where it's snowing, and a dude in Texas where it's 60 degrees out can
I had to take
start
a
a
mental
live
split.
stream. and make axes together. This means there we go. Starting to get that drawn down. Uh, in Snow, Texas. Yep. We're building Texas here. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Okay. I'm stuck in Utah. I got 7 inches of snow last night. That's wild. This is a 5.5. So this thing moves steel quickly if you swing it right. Drop the welding glove. Yeah. Big. Funny thing is, it's not actually that cold out right now. Like, I mean, I guess I am forging, but I'm fine with just like a flannel, even though it's snowing. Oh
That's
yeah,
where we're at right now.
that's looking good.
I like that profile right there. Like, it is. Oh, yeah. The thing that I use is this. Also,
There you go. Forging that spike out. What I've been doing
yeah.
is I'm just right on this side, and then I'm just swinging in at an angle. And I'm not like going this way. I'm kind of dropping my hammer straight down, but the face is at an angle like that. And that way I can drop it right on the end of that spike and really just forge this thing out nicely and draw it out.
By the way, what's up, Mystic Mountain Forge? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Hooker's Blade Forge?
Yeah.
Mystic, I've
Hey,
been
what's up,
watching a
Mystic
few of your
Mountain
stuff.
Forge?
You know, always good to watch your stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, if any of y'all don't follow Duck or Mystic or a lot of these guys, you should.
Yeah, for sure. I've just hit 1,000, so I'm starting to get up there. I haven't streamed in ages. I really got to get back to it. But I was sick for the last week, so that doesn't help.
I'm gonna just say it because I don't know whether you go by hookers, blades, or forge. So we're just gonna go hooker. I'm not gonna reshape the eye on my boy, but he might be reshaping his.
Oh, yeah. Follow Mule as well. Well, you haven't hardly posted, so you gotta post actual videos on YouTube, not just a short rotating your knife around. As cool as those are.
Sounds like freezing rain on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Or snow.
we're supposed to have freezing everything, freezing ground, freezing whatever. If precipitation falls in our town, we've got single digits for like it's everything's gonna freeze. Call you Zach. I'm gonna call you Zach. uh, so for Mule, if y'all want, he posts a lot on Instagram. Look him up on Instagram because he does post constantly on there too. Yeah, Nisha completely does my TikTok. I have like nothing to do with it. That's why she's in the shop today. She's filming little clips so that it can get edited into TikTok and go on TikTok. My goal is to be able to start doing live streams on TikTok because they actually pay well. Unless it gets banned. Again.
Oh, I forgot to say, you guys. Starting to get that spike pulled out.
Yeah.
And that's about the right length for it now. So what I'm going to do is instead of forging it out here, I'm going to take it over in the horn and just sharpen it up real quick. And with these, you don't need to do any grinding on them. Like you can forge this to plenty sharp for being a pickaroon.
Yep. So with Mule, with Instagram, it's stagnant for everybody. You got to have everybody else share your stuff because if you post any blade related things, you're getting fully throttled on Instagram.
Yeah. I've pretty much just given up on trying to grow my Instagram for an actual following. I just post stuff on there like for the 200 people that already follow me. And like my nice making friends like you and what's the face? Working Hand Forge, people like that.
Oh, Working Hand.
I've got some decent sized accounts that follow me though. I've got Jarek Mountain. I got Gnome Hammer Forge. I got Wartron Forge is the big one, I think.
I'm gonna let mine.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that considering I'm just a dude.
I'm gonna do a grain refinement cycle, if you want to call it that. Yeah. Technically, I'm just doing a normalizing cycle because I'm gonna go ahead and quench mine.
Yeah. What I did, you can probably just quench it in water, honestly. Yeah. Like this is a hammer, so it's hammer steel.
True. Well, I've got my bucket here. Well, I might quench it in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have to heat up some other chunk of steel because my quench bucket is an ice cube. Like, and it is solid. There's like 3 drops of water in here. Like it's been below freezing for long enough. Like I could drill into that thing. There's no water. There's none. It's just ice. So, yeah. I may actually try that.
For the people who are talking about TikTok, my whole goal is to get on there to be able to live stream while I'm doing this too, because the downside to live streaming on YouTube, there's an upside and a downside. You get a lot of followers off of, at least I do, off the live stream, but you get like almost no monetization. $5 off of a successful live stream. That's like 1,000 view live stream versus you get that much on TikTok and you're looking at a decent amount of money. So that's the reason why I'm doing TikTok. I'm at like almost 600 followers on there. We'll see how that goes. I don't really know either way.
I like there's some liquid water in there. The liquid water is like this far down. You gotta go drill in that far to find liquid water in my quench bucket. There's
So you
probably
have like
not
an
even
inch and
enough
a
to
half
quench
of
a
water.
blade in. Yeah, there's just like an inch thick layer of water at the bottom of the bucket. Or I guess it would be in the middle or something. But not enough to bother with. I'll just quench it in ice.
If you can get an electric hot plate. Yeah, I actually made a quench tank with an electric hot plate on the bottom of it for Matt Rich as a removable hot plate that slides in and out of it so that he can quench and heat his oil up.
All right, there we go. Got that nice and sharp there. So I'll just drop this hammer, grab this one, and then
I gotta start quenching some blades here soon. These are 26C3. Gotta start doing some hormones on them. Little bird and trout knives.
yeah, that's good.
It's gonna be pretty cool. They're like a big fork finish, like a flats, and then it would come down and then have a hormones in there. So it'll be a hormone and brute de forge texture and all that stuff all in one. I think it's gonna be a cool little package. So on one of them, they're gonna have little balls, but I've got these rich light in several different colors. I'm gonna be using rich light and my color pins. I got this burgundy, I got blue, I got tan, I got black, gray.
All right,
But
there we go. Got it that way.
yeah,
Got it that way. So what I'm just gonna do now, you don't even need to heat it up anymore to do this. I'm just gonna put a little bit of a curve right on the horn, right on the edge, because just like that. And you gotta straighten that out, obviously.
I'm
But
really looking forward to using this fire hose set of scales on that one.
all right, now we got the fun part. We gotta drift it. So there's our finished profile this way. That's the finished
Yeah,
profile that way.
I like the hook.
Oh yeah, you can see that profile there. That's what that's gonna look like. So now let's chuck this thing back in the forge to heat up.
This one, they're saying, hey, we're gonna wind it down.
I'll show y'all the drifting procedure for
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I'm gonna see roughly what temp this is. Thanks. Because it's cold.
It's only gonna feel like 60 something today, and it's not going to.
This thing is still 845 degrees. 842. Been out of the forge for like a few minutes. I wanted to get down to about he froze on my screen. I wanted to get down to a couple hundred degrees, and I'll heat it back up and quench it in water. But yeah, he's froze on my screen. What's the other Jets channel called?
All right, we're back.
He's Deck Rabbit Forging.
Yeah, so you got
Yeah, I'm Duck. That's Eric over there.
yeah,
But
and then
yeah.
The OG Franchi. Make sure you're checking him out. Mule Power Forge, Hooker's Blade Forge,
Mystic Mountain.
Mystic Mountain, which of course.
Oh yeah, Mystic Mountain's good. All right. Well, I got my drifting stuff. I got my saddle block here. I got my drift, and so we should be able to get this done in one heat.
Yeah. Hey,
Bam, 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 all the
show
way
them your
through.
saddle block thing again.
Oh yeah.
And
So this is the like a drifting block or saddle block or whatever you want to call it. This is the large one because that's a 2 pound hammer. So this is sized specifically for the size of hammer that I made that out of. And I have two other ones. One that fits this medium one right here. I'll see if I can dig it out. And I got one that fits the small one as well. The other two I have marked. So here they are. You see, you can see that S there and the M here. And then what you do, it's sized to just perfectly fit the hammer. So it goes in these fullers that are here, so it doesn't mark it up. You don't have to mark it up with a hardy hole or anything like that.
see, isn't that cool?
But
That
that's
is
what I got.
such a simple tool, but absolutely useful as all hell.
Oh yeah,
Like,
especially if you're making a whole bunch of them, it really increases the quality that you get. So I'll just drop that in there, and then just you're gonna make sure you're over the hardy hole.
I'm definitely making one of those. I got coil spring literally right there.
Oh, the coil springs my uncle gave you.
Yep. Like perfect.
And then you can just like that and pick it up and put it in the other way. Like that.
It's just
The trick
such a simple little tool, man. It's crazy.
The trick is keeping it over the hardy hole so you don't drive your drift into your anvil. You kind of gotta look under there and try and guess where the hardy hole's at.
Hold it square on the anvil.
But
You would attach like yes. So that it wouldn't slide around your hardy hole. Like a bracket.
there we go. We got our thing drifted. The spike went a little bit off to the side, but that's not a huge problem. We got our drift right there.
That's easy.
Looks all good. We didn't mess with the profile or anything, and we can just bing, and it goes. So yeah, we got a little bit of adjusting to do this way, but other than that, we're good.
See,
Expected that.
right? That's just such a smart little simple thing that I would not have thought of. And I'm gonna the return on the investment for these little ball peen tomahawks is crazy.
Oh yeah. It's like $15 worth of material for $100 axe.
Yep.
It's awesome. And the return on the investment for the Farrier's Rest ones are even better. Because it's like $6. Actually, it's not that much better, but it's still super good.
We're gonna be quenching here.
Okay. Oh.
Keep that whole thing up. Maybe here, 694. Alright, so I have any forged that cross axe? Oh yeah, I'm sure. Hot. A little bit. It's super simple. If anything, you'd want a little bit longer chunks of coil spring, because if you're not careful, it can kind of like wander off on you. If you hit it wonky, it'll just go. So, and with the trick is keeping it right above the hardy hole. But overall, it makes it a lot easier, and you get a lot nicer results. Yeah, you can get ball peen hammerheads real easy. These, I got mine on Amazon. You can get a 3-pack with a 2-pound, a 1.5, and a 1-pound. You can get a 3-pack for $21. So there's
Yep.
$7 each for these.
Yep.
And like you buy a lot of them, it adds up, but the return on the investment is amazing.
Oh yeah. What I was thinking about doing for the hand material too, you can buy wheelbarrow handles that are made of like ash and all kinds of stuff, and just chop them down into handle material.
Oh
Like
yeah.
this wheelbarrow, you could split this into 4 pieces, and this thing is like 6 feet long when it starts, and they cost like $20, and they're ash.
If you go to Whiskey River Trading Co., they sell handle blanks where you can get like 4 feet of 2x2, 2-inch by 2-inch ash square for like $40.
Yeah,
It's really good, and it has like nice grain and everything, and you can make anything out of that. 2-inch by 2-inch is plenty.
Yep. Yeah, the wheelbarrow handles, they're all hardwood. I use them. The nice thing about that wheelbarrow handle, whenever you're grinding on it has this
Drop
like
forward.
really good, like sweet kind of peppery smell. So good. It's easily the most amazing material to grind in your shop to make your shop smell like a restaurant.
Right now I'm twisting because the spike is a little bit offset, so I need to twist it to be in the right spot.
It's awesome to have you here, Zach. And Mystic. It was on here.
All right, there we go. Just Planish this up. What happened to that hook?
It is like it's getting super windy outside. That's how you know it's going to get cold fast. My town, as soon as it starts getting windy, they say it's going to get cold. Yep, right anymore.
Alrighty, there we go. Just like that. That's
That
like
hook
it's been
is
like an hour, and half of that was me struggling to get my forge to heat the damn thing up. So yeah, you can forge these out pretty quick if you get good at it.
oh yeah. I'm about to quench mine, and I've already done a normalizing cycle.
Oh yeah.
So that is, you can definitely knock it quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and quench mine now. Looking good. So you just heat the edge up and just edge quench it, probably. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I like the hook on yours. So what I'm going to do on my next one, I'm going to do that subtle, like, like Hawk's beak style
just
hook.
a little bit of hook at the end.
It's
You don't need to have some crazy curved thing, but
no,
just like a little bit. It looks awesome.
yeah. The next one I'm going to do that because it looks so good having that like subtle little beak to it. How hot are you getting these before you quench? Are you going up to like 1,500, 1,400, 1,600?
I was going to like 1,500-ish maybe.
So okay,
haven't
so it's like your
quenching
normal 10
these.
series, whatever.
Yeah, I just kind of guesstimated it, to be honest with you. It's not an exact science. Like these are
Yeah.
Chinesium crap, whatever as it is. So
Yes. Could you call it Chinesium? I love
yeah,
that. I'm calling them that from now on.
yeah. Like it's a $7 hammer off Amazon. It's not like nice steel, but it's functional. That's for sure.
That's so.
But
That's so.
we'll probably just let this cool down a little bit.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm putting my whole hammer in there. I'm grabbing it by the
And
eye.
then
Go ahead. I'm gonna let Nisha film me.
I squint. Good. Just quenching mine now. You can quench in a solid block of ice, it turns out. Slowly. It's just going, steaming away over here.
There we go.
All right.
That's quench.
Yeah. It turns out you can quench in a solid block of ice. It works.
Forged in
So
fire and
this
ice.
is, yep. Alrighty. Turn this thing off. Turn that thing off. Come on.
That's my first time quenching my grinding slosh bucket.
Yep. Turn the forge off. You can probably hear now. Alrighty. Unplug that. Take the hat off.
From the wheelbarrow to
Y'all would have been covered in snow. Look at that. All right, let's go inside. There we go. I think what I'm going to do now is we're actually going to go over and say hi to the grinder here. So I got my Grizzly 2x72. I just got a old 120 grit belt. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quick buzz off the forged edge that's there and clean that up. And then I'll clean up, like do a little bit of rough grinding before temper.
That's what
Just
I'm
so we
gonna do.
can file test it. So I'm doing
Yes, right.
just laying into it with this
Right down.
6-inch contact wheel here.
That's actually probably good where it was, actually. Nisha's trying to help me out with my camera angle, but I have everything
Just
set
like
up.
that.
He told me to bring it down, and then he's like, "No, never mind. Put it back up there." That's what happened.
So yeah.
Best part about water is how cool it gets to the fact that you can cool it down to the touch that fast. I'm moving the table. So I keep all my stuff on wheels so I can move it around.
So we got the edge cleaned up pretty nicely and profiled, just like that. It's just like a couple of minutes, not even a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds with an old 120 grit belt on this Grizzly grinder. So this thing, it rips, that's for sure. So now we'll grab a chainsaw file over here. And I don't know, you guys can maybe hear that. But that thing is skating real nice. I'll clean it up and show you how I do the grinding for these. But skates the file, and so now what we're gonna do for the grinding. Can I zoom in? Zoom in. So, see. Oh, there we go. So what I do for the grinding is I just have the wheel like that, and then I go up and down across the wheel like that at like a super fine angle. So like the angle, like if this is the flat section of the wheel, the angle is like that, not even like, where is it? Like that.
Yep.
Between the wheel and this side of the thing. So that way you get like a real nice, clean and smooth transition in. That's what I did for the rasp hawk that I just did.
Well, I'm gonna wait for you to start
So,
grinding, and I'm gonna grind mine.
so yeah,
I'm
I'll
using
swap over to the 36 grit belt.
I'm gonna use a flatten and a 100 grit Norton belt.
Yeah, I have my 6-inch round contact wheel and an old 36 grit belt. And I've got it at max speed. So I'll just put that right there. Always at max speed. Alright, so you see how, like, with having it at that nice, really fine angle, you can really slowly let that forged texture bleed into the ground lines. This side I haven't done nearly as much. But, yeah. Vikings during the winter definitely quench their knives from the wheelbarrow to the ice bucket. Hell yeah, definitely. So we got that. This should be well and ground through the decarb now. So, oh yeah. I don't know how well you guys can hear that, but that thing is skating nicely. See, it's just scuffing the surface there. Those aren't actual scratches. But, we'll see. Alrighty. Just get back to grinding this thing.
We got more to go.
Cool it off a little bit. So you can see how we got that leading nicely. Just clean, smooth transition into the edge. I've left it at about a 16th inch in the middle, and it's a little thicker on the corners. But you can see we got this nice rounded surface here that's curved this way as well. And then same on the other side, obviously. And then just zoom back out. There we go. So just got this whole thing just nicely done. And yeah, just like that. It's nice and hard. It should keep an edge real nice. For the spike, you can grind it, but if you forge it close enough, you really don't have to grind it. And because you're forging from forging from the ball end of the ball peen, so you don't have to worry about fish lipping on the spike. So the tip of the spike, unless you really goofed it up, will always be nice and solid. So yeah. You're just for quench like this much. We might. So this is kind of what it'll look like when it's done. The head doesn't fit up from the bottom because that's not what it's intended for. You're meant to take this and hang it up like you would an axe or a hammer from the top, even though this is a tomahawk handle. But yeah, we'll probably do a little bit more grinding to this, but not a ton. We're about good. Maybe a little bit more. There's a. Right there.
I'm gonna switch to a 220 grit J Flex. I'm gonna clean up my bevels.
Yeah, thanks, Donut. There's our ground to 36 grit. Yeah, pretty much the same thing, but I've kept the edge at like, I don't know, 16th maybe. My back is steaming. I'm not surprised. It's all snowy. But yeah, I'll probably go to 120 now and then 220.
I'm gonna hit a
before a
220
temper.
on mine because I've been going with the 100. So,
Oh yeah. I'm gonna grab my water bottle actually.
yeah. 100.
All right, yep. There's our 120. Just a nice, clean transition into the edge. I'm leaving the edge not super thick, but a decent amount of thickness, so that way when I pull this out of the temper, I can sharpen it and just like kind of blend it into the edge. And that's what I did for the Tomahawk that I recently finished up. I don't know, maybe some of you guys saw that. 100, 220. But yeah. There we go. Just like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. I didn't sharpen the tip on mine because I forged it close enough
Yep.
to where like you don't need to sharpen it. It doesn't need to be that
Nope.
sharp to stick
Yep.
into a log.
Yeah, mine's
And
just
I like to
slightly blunt.
yeah.
Because I'll go over that with a Scotch Brite
Mm.
a belt and
And
call it gold.
yeah. Like with mine, I like to keep that forged texture like all the way up the spike. I just think it's nice. So you don't need to do anything to that.
Oh, I agree. I'm gonna do a 220 on mine. I was still using the 100 on that. And I just took out some of the little bit wonky stuff using the top of the belt,
Mm-hmm.
and that cleaned up the bevels quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit it just
Maybe
on the
touch
top.
it up with the top of the belt too.
Yeah.
There we go. Got that right there. Let's see, I think I took all mine up. But yeah, where's that? Forged from this. And well, it's been like an hour and a half. So not too bad.
And definitely not too bad when you
There's
consider
the
these are quenched. You know what I mean?
oh yeah. Like these are basically done.
Yep.
And then there's that. Got a spike. Nice clean profile. Double taper.
You're not. This is not a knife that you're
Nice.
having to do. But yeah, that's how.
Nice taper this way. A nice taper on the spike that way. And yeah, and this will be a badass belt tack that'll serve you for years. Just in an hour, basically, from the thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit mine with the Scotch Brite.
Yeah. I like that. Ugh. Let me just go like this, honestly. Yeah, I've got this chopper that I forged a while back, so I got to get this all ground up. But yeah, drilled some holes in it. Haven't done anything other than that since. Gotta get working on that. How's my battery doing? Okay, not too bad. That's pretty good. That'll be serviceable, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and I like the thickness of them too, because when it comes to
Mm.
like, I mean, I'll be using this to split little kindling and
Oh yeah,
all kinds
little
of stuff.
Campex or something.
Yeah, because the cheeks on here, the width of that, nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it'll still work for like chopping wood too,
Yep.
but it's just not gonna be. It's not gonna be knife through butter, but it'll work.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm happy with
see.
that. I just gotta temper them.
Yeah, I have been on mobile data for the last like 40 minutes
Yeah.
because the Wi-Fi just stopped and it wouldn't start. So see if I have any left after this. But yeah, there's our things.
I'm definitely happy with that. These turned out fantastic. I'll be making
Oh
a
yeah.
few of these. I'll probably take a few of these to Blade Show because I was debating
Mhm.
on a few things, but I might do about 3 of these and take them to Blade Show.
Oh yeah. I have
You
a
know?
bunch of. Well, for one thing, I have something that'll hopefully make it to Blade Show. I got this nice chopper here that I got to grind up and get heat
Nice.
treated and finished up. But yeah, I found a nice big piece of walnut that I should be able to get a bunch of different handle scales, and I'm planning to do walnut inserts in here in
Yeah.
between the I-beaming. So like a nice piece of walnut, like carved and like textured and stuff, and there would be real nice.
Yeah.
And like as it is, like it's kind of sharp, especially like right here when you grab it. It's just a little bit sharp. So that would help fill in a lot of that empty gap there.
Yep.
But yeah,
Blade Show is March 7th and 8th. For the guys who are wondering.
hmm so yeah, that'll
Yeah,
be
this is
cool. Let's see, I got a whole bunch of stuff in my workbench.
awesome.
I got a couple of uh, EDCs for a commission that I got to restart because the platen for the grinder wasn't working. So I accidentally hollow ground in the middle instead of on the edge, and you can see the difference in profile from the hollow grinding. But this
Yep.
one's hollows to 0, so I'll probably finish this one
Oh yeah.
because this one will be a nice little EDC scalpel almost.
See, what I still have left to do before Blade Show.
Lots, I'm sure.
Yeah, so let me zoom back out.
Oh boy, yeah.
So I got to finish grinding the rest of these bird and trout knives. I've got this one on my little plunge line jig. After this one, I've got 4 more, and then I've got this little Damascus,
Jesus.
this little little dude,
hmm
and then of course that one and the ring knife. That's already got bevels
I got the
ground.
most amount of noise. 12, 13. Hey, that's business.
So
What do
all
you
of
use to
these,
hand sand a hollow grind? Um, use your hollow grind wheel. Like if you got your hollow grind thing, you can just put your knife on there and get to hand sanding.
I'll show y'all what I use.
It'll take a while, but it'll get there.
So I have these guys. What is that? 8-inch contact wheel, 10-inch contact wheel, 12-inch contact wheel.
Yeah, those are good.
These are the sanding buddies by Kyle Daly. They're just 3D printed
Mm-hmm.
little guys to hand sand in there. Super simple.
Yeah, I got my 6-inch contact wheels and I got a couple of 3-inch contact wheels. And like the way I've got these mounted up right now is not good. So I was 3D printing some stuff yesterday and last night to get to be able to use not only to be able to use the wheels that came with this thing, so I can actually use the platen again, but to be able to use these as well. Because right now, this wheel and this wheel are the only two wheels I can use on this, the way I have
Yeah.
it set up now.
And that's
But
on
I was
your
3D printing some washers and stuff to
that's
get
on
it
your
done.
two by
That's all up in the
42,
house.
right?
Yeah, this is on the Grizzly 2x42.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you can see that there. But then I also got this big piece of 1/4 by 2x2 angle, so this will be the new platen for this. So this should hold up nicely instead of whatever
Yeah.
this flimsy little piece of crap is. Like, look at
See,
that difference.
I had to take that one that your little flimsy one.
Oh
I
yeah,
took that to the anvil and actually trued it up because they don't come at a full 90. They're like
oh yeah,
they're
it's
not trued at
it's
all.
wonky.
Yeah. So I went
It's completely
through.
wonky.
I forged mine to be nice and square before I did my leather platen on it. And this, I only use this to sharpen now.
Oh yeah, I'll bet that's nice to sharpen. This graphite platen thing is shockingly
Garbage.
slippery. So I mean, it works.
Yeah, but
It decreases the friction a pretty good amount actually, but it just wears completely thin.
that thing.
But like, it decreases. All I can say is it does its job and it does it remarkably well. So
Yeah,
it's just not very permanent.
no. And I'm going to end up making an actual platen for this. I'm going to do a few of the upgrades. There's a guy on YouTube that has one of these that he's done like thicker tooling arms. He's like
Oh yeah,
done a whole bunch of stuff. Now I'm pretty sure that he's got a mini
Robinson
lathe,
Foundry.
and,
Oh, he's
he's
got
got
all
a whole
sorts of
bunch of
stuff.
stuff. Yeah, he's got a lathe and a milling machine and all that. I
Yeah,
did see something that.
I have this 1/2x1. So this is
Yep.
probably what I'll use for tooling arms in the future, because this is significantly chunkier than the stuff that it comes with. It's a little bit skinnier, but that way, like, it's
Oh yeah.
double almost.
Yep. See, with
So this will hold up much better.
Grizzly makes a machine that I kind of want. It's like a combo mini lathe and mini mill all in one.
Oh yeah.
So you can use it. It's got the motor for the lathe and the motor for the milling machine, but you can use the lathe wheel to move it over as you go, and
Yeah.
and then you have another wheel for forward and back or whatever. And it's like it's a cool little combo without having, and it runs on like 110.
Oh, nice. That's actually, how
So
much is that?
I don't know. I saw there's a little ad. There's a little ad on one of the little, like a little YouTube ad they had, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna look into that." And then that was like a week and a half ago.
Oh yeah, because
I just thought it was cool.
Here, I'll flip you all around like a shop tour. So if we go over here, I got my vise, I got shit storage, I got my drill press, I got my bench grinder, I got my belt grinder. These can probably be rearranged because there's a little bit more storage room here than there needs to be. I can store all that stuff back behind. I got 4 of my 8 belts. These are my belts for wood, so I'm keeping these nice. Those are the middle belts. Got my radio and got all sorts of stuff all over the place. I could probably put another machine here, and I could put another machine here. And that's pretty much it. I want to try and keep this nice, so I may at some point clear this out and try and put another machine here. But like as is, I can barely get to the bandsaw, and I'm certainly not getting back in there to use anything that's back there. So this is my space right here.
Yeah.
If I want to have another machine.
See, I do.
So.
I have the main stuff on this table. So I've got the porta bandsaw, the 2x42, the 2x72, my Fordham, and then my sanding vise on here. But I've got like the Fordham tool for all of that cool Dremel stuff on there. And then
that's something I want to get.
I built a little stand for my drill press so that I can move it around. So I built a little stand with the shelves.
Oh, scooty stand.
Yeah, so that I can just use that for the drill press and have all my drill bits and everything all on it and get it off of
That's
here.
good.
And then, of course, everybody knows you got the power hammer, anvil storage down here, the forge, quench tanks, and then the whole workbench, little toolbox, and then, of course, shelves all the way through there, shelves all the way through there with extra wood
that's
material.
something I don't have. I have one big long shelf that's also supposed to be used for making stuff. So I end up with piles of things everywhere because it's that or the floor.
I try not to have piles of stuff other than like a whole bunch of blades and random shit.
All the blades you haven't.
And then,
but like I just like I got a whole bunch of scrap metal in under there. I got all my leaf springs down here. There's the heater.
That's
and I got this is where I keep all my this is where I keep all my carbon steel. So this is bearing race and coil springs and everything except for the leaf springs. This is cool. This is my guillotine tool. You can see that it's heavy, but I got nice big 5/8 by 3 guillotine tool dies, and then I have my Derek Melton swage block here down there as well.
Yep.
So and then there's my engraving
all over here. Yep. Leaf springs, coil springs, and then the vacuum, the refrigerator, toaster oven, tempering oven. That is actually my my etching tool for my maker's marks. And then, of course, the TV, a bunch more belts all down here for its 2x72, plus 2x42 belts, plus more belts on my vise right here, plus more belts on one of my jacks.
All over the place.
And then this is, of course, the 12x12. So I got the wheels that are going on my other car. I took them off my Porsche. Those are going on the daily. But the the Vevor table saw that they sent me.
Wow.
And then a whole bunch of
just sitting in the corner.
Yep. And then there's a 2x72 frame back here, a yellow frame. There's the top tube of it, one that I was going to build a while back. But I'm in the process of getting the rest of this stuff set up, getting the walls finished up. I've got to get the doorway finished, and then all this crap is in here that's just in
Needs
here
to
is
leave.
going up in the loft area.
Yeah, I got just amongst all the stuff that's sitting around, I have this monstrosity of a ball peen hammer right here. This is a claw hammer that got sacrificed to make a ball peen hammer because I didn't have a ball peen hammer, and I needed a ball peen hammer because I turned my ball peen hammer into a straightening hammer that's somewhere buried under a pile of stuff. I don't even know where the hell that thing's at, but
that is what he's talking about. The old nipple hammer.
My nipple hammer.
Yep.
But that's my ball peen hammer, and then I have this Derek Melton little 8 ounce, probably not even 8 ounce of ball peen here that he made.
I should turn this into a little Tomahawk cactus.
Yeah, I've been thinking about taking an 8 ounce or even a 4 ounce ball peen and forging one of those out. It'll probably be like 2 heats. Just quick little taper and quick little blade.
You hide it behind my
But
finger.
yeah.
That's how small that is.
Mhm. Yeah, this is my little engraving hammer that I made. Little 4-ounce French crosspeen, kind
Yep.
of Viking crosspeen, whatever. But this little tap hammer.
Yeah, I got my little.
This one's that one's actually pretty cool.
That's my little tap hammer.
Oh yeah. It's just little.
I use this for whenever
Whatever you
I'm
need to
doing
do.
leather work. When I'm doing leather
Mhm.
work and I'm gonna tap the welt down, that's literally
Yeah, that's
all
good.
that's used for. Is that, and then the hammer that is awesome and very useful that almost nobody actually has. This is a brass head hammer. So it's a chunk of
Oh, that's
brass.
good.
So when
That's
you really
fun.
need to tap things and not screw it up. So this will not mark up high carbon steel. So if you're
Yeah.
needing to adjust something, you can hit it with this, and it's not gonna hurt it.
Is that a screwdriver? I think
Yes.
is that a screwdriver for the handle? You just
Yep.
jam a
That's
screwdriver into a piece of brass.
well, it's a piece of brass that was poured and everything onto
Yeah, around the
the hammer.
screwdriver.
Yeah. Oh yeah, onto a
Yeah,
screwdriver.
I got a whole bunch of hammers and stuff. I have one nice hammer. Like I have my let's see, where is it? Here it is. It's gotten a little bit rusty and a little bit dented since then. But I got this like 3 3/4 lump hammer, and like it's like that one from Fire Creek Forge you got. It's like real nice, smooth. I took this up to 400 grit on the belt sander, and like a
Yep.
nice, clean, smooth face with sharp edges, so I can do like real clean whatever's. So this is my nice hammer. I just wish the handle was longer.
Yeah.
But
I have, when it comes to hammers, I definitely have a lot of those. But
oh yeah,
I use a little bit of everyone's hammer. Like, of course, the sponsor that I have is, two bastards,
Mhm.
but they're cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of people who sponsor you, they want you to only use their stuff. They're cool because they let me still use all my other hammers without, being like, you can't do that. But yeah. Oh, and mule. So to do the double live stream, whenever you're starting your live stream, you can click go live with someone else or to group up or team up or whatever. It's one of the options. And today it was just like, hey, you, whether you like it or not, are going to do that today. And then Duck hopped on. He was like, we're doing that. And it just worked out.
Yeah, it just worked. So yeah.
We've been talking about doing this for a while. And today just lined up perfect. We had both the same type of steels to do this, and
oh yeah,
that was meant to happen right
there. YouTube just decided, do it.
Yep.
And it did. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm real happy, and I can't wait, man. I want to keep this thing and get it going. Like, I am real happy with this, and I'll be making more of these because it's crazy how quick this process is, man.
If you get a striker, like one of the guys that I'm teaching, one of the older guys has like been like, hey, it would be awesome if you'd like take me on as an apprentice. And like especially if I do like the bigger run of these, like to have someone to hold the tongs so I can strike with the 16-pound hammer, like we'd be able to do like easily 10 of these in an hour.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
It would be
just
it's like 2 heats per.
Up.
To just like my forge is a little bit small for that. We could probably do 2 in the forge at once. But especially with like a bigger forge, like you could just fire away and just go.
Oh,
It would
could
be
you
great.
imagine if you had a farrier's
But
forge? A
oh
farrier's
yeah,
forge with the side opening door? Just
uh,
have hammers.
yeah. I want to get the Oh yeah, just get all like 5 of them lined up, and you can just you won't
Yeah,
hardly be able to heat them up fast enough.
like, that
But
would
yeah,
be
I got
crazy.
one last monster from the shop. I have this block of railroad spikes with a horseshoe handle
What do you even do with that?
because that's a weight.
You just hold stuff down with it?
It's a weight for lifting weights. It's a kettlebell from hell. It weighs like 30 pounds. So, but if I ever need a railroad spike, I just go in there with an angle grinder and carve one out. It's all welded together into a big blob.
Just cut it up and call. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty funny. The
hmm
See, I have a whole bunch of railroad spikes just chilling in the shop.
Oh yeah.
That I keep thinking that I'm going to go ahead and make stuff with them. Like I've got that one that I've already done a twist and a little
hmm
rune. All I
Yeah.
got to do is just forge it out. But yeah, there's so many of these. I've got them all over the shop. I had a guy who was a subscriber and lived local, and one day he just brought over like they have these like big kitty litter buckets,
Uh,
like big square buckets,
just
oh 3 gallons,
just
and they were
full of
full.
them.
Yep, yep. He was just
Yeah.
like,
That's
yeah,
how
I
I
go
ended
out
up
every once in a
with a lot
while.
of this stuff.
Yeah,
One
it's
of my buddies. Yeah, one of my buddies. He's been a friend with me. I've been friends with him for years. But he was like, "Hey, do you want some railroad spikes?" And I was like, "Sure." So I went over there, and he just had a backpack of them, a backpack full of railroad spikes, and that's what that was. There's probably like 50 of them in there. It's like 30 pounds,
oh yeah,
and like,
yeah,
I mean, I'll take them. Steel's steel, I guess. But like, and that's how I got these smaller leaf spring stacks as well. These are
yep,
from a neighbor, and he's like, "You're a blacksmith. You can probably use that stuff." And he's like, "Here you go." And I'm like, "All right, sure, cool. I guess. I mean, it's good steel, so I'll take it." But like, you just end up with stuff like
yep.
when
Oh,
you're.
the amount of leaf springs that I have,
Oh yeah.
because the first time somebody saw me make a leaf spring knife that was even semi near me, they all were just like, "Yep, we got
You need
scraps
this.
today.
Have it.
Here's all your leaf
Yeah.
springs." It's the same thing for farrier's rafts and falls. Look at that. A
Oh
bucket
yeah.
of
I'll
falls
take
down
fair.
here.
I'll take farrier's rats. I need farrier's rats.
Trying to see where I've got like whole
But like,
entire.
I got this big long leaf spring off of something. This was from my grandpa. He gave that to me. Where's the big one?
Where is this?
This is the big one. This is the big leaf spring. This is 5/8 by 3. Like,
Oh
look at
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
I've got some of
this
those
is a
too.
this was a big leaf spring. It was like out to like here, maybe. It was a
Yeah,
lot longer. That thing weighed like 30 pounds, just one leaf spring.
yeah.
So,
That's the big
mm,
old chunky stuff that I
five
use.
eighths inch leaf
Yep.
spring, yeah.
Yep. So you get those off of Ford, like E450s and stuff like that.
Oh
A
yeah.
bunch of those.
Mm.
I was trying to find. I had like a whole entire like package of like uh, just a bunch of Ferris wraps. They're around here somewhere on one of these shelves, hidden somewhere. But yeah, I got sent like 8 packs of the Farrier's rasps, and all new, never been
Oh wow.
used Farrier's rasps. But I'll tell you, the one that I really want to use but I haven't decided what profile I want to make it with. Is this one right here? They don't really carry these. This is a double wrap.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
cool.
you get the triangles on both sides.
That would be
instead of
cool
the-
with like a dagger.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
all
yeah.
kind of symmetrical.
Yep. I was
The
like,
only thing was
whenever I saw that,
the dagger, you'd lose a lot of the rasp texture though.
Yeah, I would
With
have to
the
keep it
double.
thick at the medial ridge. I
Yeah.
have to keep it like full thickness. And I might do something like that. I was thinking about doing a knife with a clear handle.
Mm.
That way you see the triangles all the way to the back side of it.
Yeah.
Steve Jennings did one of those. He did a basket weave feather Damascus knife, and he did clear handle scales on it. It looked really cool.
That's cool.
I'm surprised
Yeah,
that
I don't
Neil's
know.
not on the Discord.
Yeah, I think apparently can't figure out Discord. Yeah, okay.
How old are
Let's
you,
see.
Neil?
I have
Are you like 55? I know you're not.
it's like
You should know how to
20s,
use
I
the
think.
Discord.
But yeah, I got these well, this was one Damascus billet that I cut in half long ways. That Steve sent me. So these are going to be integral Damascus daggers because I have the
Yeah.
guillotine tool now, and I have the butcher dies and all that. So like I can make nice, even like
Yep.
double set downs and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'll probably maybe use that walnut because got a nice big walnut log that I can use for the handles. But these will be sick.
Yep.
When I do these. And I'm gonna do like a reverse ladder. So the reverse ladder is pretty cool. See, here's a piece of Damascus
Yeah, this
in
fossil
here.
I
Oh
got from
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Can't wait to
So
do
for the
something with that.
reverse ladder, basically instead of like grinding all the way like across, you just do a little bit on the edge and like taper it in. So kind of like at an angle like that. And then you do the same thing coming up from the other side. And then when you forge it flat, it looks like the ladder fades like all the way. It's on the edge and then it fades back into nothing as you go up. And it like looks super cool and there's lots of chatoyancy and stuff.
It's like a wolf tooth or
I don't know what it's called. I just call it reverse ladder because it's
there's a term for that where it's instead of a straight line, it's a wedge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called.
Or like
I would have never known what that was. I saw it randomly on one Forged in Fire episode where the guys they had like 4 different styles of Damascus patterns that they wanted them to make, and that was one of them. And
yeah, I only know about it because That Works did it in one of their episodes.
Yep.
You know, Matt and Ilya. They did like a short with an axe that had that pattern, so like it wasn't all the way laddered. The ladder was just going into the edge, and so when it was like squiggly, like one of them like curves, like a sine curve or a sine wave, I guess. And then you forge it back out flat, and it spreads out the edge a bit, and then you get like that really nice, like
the pattern
ladder like fading out.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like waves, and like for this one, like I'm not using this piece, but I would have like almost like file work, like a twisty line, like file work, and like have it all smoothed out and curved and stuff. And so that when you straighten it back out, it looks like the steel's doing that, even though it's completely flat. And it's just so good. There's like so much chatoyancy and stuff. It's like the best simple Damascus pattern you can do, pretty much.
Yeah, and it doesn't require a whole lot
So
to be able to do it because you're getting a lot of activity just because there's no center core at that point.
oh
It
yeah,
just crosses over the whole entire time, so that the pattern goes all the way down to the cutting edge and does everything.
uh,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
really
and like the thing with like normal, I guess normal ladder Damascus, it's different depending on how you make it. So like if you forge in your fuller things and then grind it flat, um, then it's going to look a certain way, and it'll look different than if you grind in your things and forge it flat. But either way, the pattern doesn't hit like that center core,
Yep.
like generally, unless you really grind in and you have the thing. Because normally, when you're forging it in, you're using like fuller dies or something, so you can't squish all the way through. You're going to cut your thing in half. So that way, and because of that, when like you go to grind it flat, the pattern doesn't go all the way down to the edge. So you just have the like ladder on your flats. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's not quite as good way to do it. It doesn't look nearly as good, I don't think, as
Yeah, you're
having
talking
the
about
pattern start at the edge and
yeah,
fade out into the flats, and then you just have random on the flat.
yeah, and you're talking about with an integral bolster, like
Yeah.
pinching the bolster down and then
Yeah, like
having the
this
rest of it.
is I'm not
Yeah,
sure however thick this piece is. Um this is that thick. So like what, 9/16? So that's plenty
yeah.
thick for an integral bolster. And I'll probably
Oh
like
yeah,
knock the corners off, but I won't have to do ton to the integral bolster. And then I have butcher dies as well for the thing. These are fairly gentle butcher dies, but like I can use those to get that
do your
tang
thing.
real
Yep.
nice. So I'll probably only need to leave like this much for the tang because this is half by
Oh yeah,
one, over half by one. Like
yep,
that'll dry out plenty long.
yep. Yeah,
So
you'll have plenty of tang for that. Don't even worry about that.
yeah. So
I
we
think
should
that
be
that's
able to
gonna
get
turn out
decent
nice.
sized daggers out of those.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
think so too. Oh man,
All right.
I think it's time to go inside to eat some food.
Oh yeah, for sure. I am hungry and cold and wet
Yep.
and
I'm gonna
tired. So
toss that in the oven and
yeah,
temper it. But
get
these
that
turned out
tempered.
awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, all you guys who are watching the videos, whether you're from my audience or Eric's audience. Subscribe to Eric, and if you're from Eric's
Yep.
audience, subscribe to me, maybe.
Yep.
Um, that would be nice. And then we'll probably try and do some more collab live streams. I don't know
Oh yeah,
what exactly that's gonna look like, but maybe bringing Mule in or doing 3 people or something. I don't know.
that'd
It's
be
gonna be
cool.
cool. So
Yep.
yeah.
I know. I'm all for
So
it, man.
thank you, and see y'all next time. I'll probably stream Monday. Monday I have off school, so I'll probably stream. I might do the Damascus daggers then. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. All right. See ya. See ya, Eric.
Yep.
Have a
I'll
good
catch
day.
y'all later.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.